Once the truck moves up over here, we'll closer. I can hear a hippo down there. It was kind of like a very low, kind of almost like a pig noise, kind of. There's some of the pink-backed pelicans up on the right too. They're the smallest species of pelican, and they do get a pinkish color during their mating season, so that's how they got the name. But we're getting a little closer. I can see the hippo. It's way down on the right in the water next to that log. So we're making our way down. They do spend most of the day under the water. They can hold their breath for several minutes at a time. So yeah, way down there, there's one hiding. Probably some more hippos around though. They can swim. They just usually walk along the bottom of the riverbed. It makes them even harder to see. So they're probably somewhere around too. They do weigh about 5,000 pounds. And they're considered to be one of the most dangerous animals in Africa because of their large, powerful jaws. But they are herbivores. They usually only use them to protect themselves. And then we're going to go around up to the big waterfall. I know a lot of the hippos hang out back there. So let's see if we can make our way around. The truck up ahead is stopped, so there might be some animals a little further up in the road. We are in their homes, so they do have the right of way. Some of the animals would definitely take naps, like the rhinos, but usually they don't, yeah. Sometimes they can, but they know that we drive through the road, so. Okay, they're moving again. So we'll keep looking out for any of the hippos back here. Yeah, there's a big group of hippos. They're all over by the waterfall. So they're under the water. One swimming around down there. And a big group like that is called a float of hippos. That's a hippo right there. They kind of look like big rocks down in the water too. Okay, now that truck's moving up. We're gonna go over that bridge. On the other side is the savannah. Once we get over that hill. We're going to the savannah, where you can find a lot of Africa's most famous animals like the zebras, giraffes, and elephants. Once we get down here, we'll look for all of them. And trucks are still going pretty slow ahead, so there might be animals really close by. Okay, they are starting to move again one more time. Right over that water. There's going to be a big tree right around the corner too without any leaves. And it's called
We're on the safari ride at Animal
They're
Kingdom.
also called upside down trees. And they hold thousands of gallons of water in their trunk. And then animals on the savannah can pierce them with their horns or tusks and drink from them. So they're also called the tree of life. And they have a bunch of horn and tusk marks in there from those animals drinking. And they are going to be leafless for about 9 months out of the year. So that's why they're called the peacock tree, or not, while they're called the upside down tree. Now you can see, it looks like there are a bunch of the giraffes up here. So I think they're probably what's crossing the road. And they're the tallest animals in the world. When they're born, they're about 6 feet tall. And they get up to about 20 feet. We can get pretty close to them when we get down here. Even on the savannah, animals hide in the bushes. Look out there too. But the giraffes over here are going to be on the side giraffe. They have a more kind of splotchy pattern on them. Other giraffes have more geometric shaped spots instead. And those spots do help them to stay hidden under the trees, kind of looks like the shadows of leaves, so they like camouflage. There's a big group of them. That group of giraffes is called a tower of giraffes. And they do have a long tongue like the okapi to grasp onto the leaves and eat them. Their tongues are prehensile, so they grasp onto things like our hands are prehensile. And their tongues are a kind of blackish purple color. They eat all day long. They are ruminants, just like cows, so they have multiple chambers in their stomach, and they eat all day. There's some big rocks up here too, and I know a lot of the animals hide back there. Let's see if we can find anything else around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so right under the tree there are some of the African painted dogs. They're sleeping, they're laying down. They almost look like hyenas, but they are a different animal. They're also called the African wild dogs. And they hunt in packs. They're one of the most successful hunters in Africa.
Look under the tree.
Much better hunting than lions or cheetahs even by far. They are really good at hunting. But they're all
taking a nap
now.
Nap time.
Go around. There's some of the wildebeest out here too. They're the gray ones with short horns up ahead. And then some of the sable antelope are behind the bush way over there. With those curved horns from our sign earlier. But the wildebeest are the largest migrating herd animals. They make herds of over 1 million wildebeest. They're also called mew. That's the sound they make, G and U. They have the stripes to stay hidden, just like the animals in the forest. There are a lot of the termite hounds around too that the antelope can stand up on and watch for predators. They're about as strong as concrete, so they hold a lot of weight. But they're made out of mostly dung, dirt, and saliva. And then we've got some of the giraffes closer up on the left now.
Look at he's standing.
They eat almost all day. They are ruminants, just like cows. They eat all day.
Screen pick.
But they only sleep for about 30 minutes every day. And they do that in short minute naps usually, all throughout the day. There's a baby, the giraffe up on the right side too, coming up. They're about 6 feet tall when they're born. This one's probably around maybe 9.
Oh my god!
They do get up to 20 feet.
Oh.
And then there are some more of the giraffes around the corner. And I see a zebra back here too. Some more of the Maasai giraffe, and then that's a Hartman's mountain zebra. They have the black noses and thick stripes on the back legs. They all have their own unique stripe pattern. Tell each other apart just like our fingerprints. More of the giraffes closer on the left again.
Hey, buddy.
I gotta be on with it. I missed it.
She said, check your settings.
They have a lot out today.
Huh?
No, I
The
said
Harpers
no.
Mountain zebras also have that white belly and then a little bit of extra skin under their neck called dewlap. And they're the only zebras with dewlap. It'll help them see a little bit cooler.
Bumpy.
And more than one, we got on the top of that hill too. What else we can find? I know a lot of the animals hide over here near the palm trees, back in those bushes. Nothing over there right now. We're going to go around to the rocks up on the left here. Usually around those rocks we can find some of the mandrills, and they're the largest monkeys in the world. They like to hide. They're usually behind the rocks or in the bushes. Those slippery blue faces, lying they're pretty good at hiding. There's also a couple of elephants right around over there on the right. We'll turn around this to get a better view of them. But those are probably two females. They live in a herd. Males will live by themselves. There's a mandrill on the left too, right by that palm tree with the blue face. That one is a male. It's a little bit bigger. And then they have the brighter blue faces. The females are going to be smaller. They have paler faces. They have short little
Like
tails.
graffiti.
You can hear that's one of the females over there. Almost all monkeys have tails, and it seems like chimpanzees and gorillas don't. But we're getting closer to the elephant again. These are the African elephants. They got big Africa-shaped ears, and then Asian elephants are going to have smaller, round ears. And they can flap them like a big fan. When they do that, they'll stay about 15 degrees cooler. And they don't sweat, so that's how they stay cool. And there are some of the clay pits back there, so we should be able to find some more elephants. That's where they usually like to hang out. We're going to go over the old bridge up to the clay. And when we're crossing the bridge, look to the right, because those elephants are pretty close over here on that side. So yeah, there they are. There's both of the females. So we usually find the elephants around because they do eat the clay for its minerals. It's kind of like how we take a vitamin. It's the same idea for the elephants. And there are tusk marks in the clay. Yeah, some back there. There's actually a mom and baby elephant walking away over there in the distance. And the rest of the herd all together. So they're probably all females. And we could probably get pretty close in a minute. But elephants are afraid of bees, so some farmers in Africa will add beehives near their crops to keep elephants away, so they don't trample the crops. But they can use or sell the honey they make. And the bees can't hurt the elephants. Their skin is too thick. They just don't like the sound they make, so they have really sensitive hearing, so they'll stay away from bees. Some more of the baobab trees. And then the elephants are going to be on the left. There's that baby elephant back there now. The elephants will use those trunks to pick up food or drink with, but they also pick up that dirt and throw it all over their back to protect their skin like sunscreen. So a lot of them have that dirt all over. Now let's go over to the watering hole. Oh, let's drink a lot of water. See if there's any back here. Yeah, there's some of them back there. But we are going around to some of the flamingos. There's some of the greater flamingos, the largest species of flamingo. And they're going to be gray when they hatch. They get this pink color the first couple of years of their life from their diet of fried shrimp. The shrimp to give them that color. And they stick their head under the water and filter the shrimp with their beaks to eat them. But those are the palest species of flamingo. The Caribbean flamingo are the most bright, colorful. And then a big group like that's called flamboyant flamingos. We're going through some of the rocks and a mud pit back here, and there are rhino footprints. Yeah, there's some of those rhinos. These are the white rhinos. They're the largest species of rhino. They do weigh about 5,000 pounds. They can get up to around 6,000 pounds. And they have that big square mouth to eat the grass.
Oh, I see the
usually around
ostrich.
here.
Over
Also,
there.
rhino running up ahead in front of that road. Just chasing after the ostrich.
Run, little guy, run!
These are some of the female ostrich. They have the gray feathers. Males have black feathers. Now, ostrich can reach speeds over 40 miles an hour, so
Big
they're the
old
fastest
feet.
animal on 2 legs. Rhinos probably reach around 30 or 35 miles an hour at top. And a group like that's called a crash of rhinos. There's a water back down on the right too, that small feet. They're usually near water sources like this mud pit. So they got the name. But the white rhinos do have big square mouths to eat grass. That's why they're usually on the savanna, and then the black rhinos hide in the forest with their triangular mouth to eat leaves off the bushes. But keep an eye out for anything else in the bushes over here.
If it's like 12, it's too hot. Or then they might nap or whatever.
They're pretty good at hiding. There's a cheetah somewhere.
A cheetah?
Oh, okay. They were way far back on the left, I guess, somewhere. They have spots though, and it makes them really hard to see. It's like camouflage.
The rhinos
We're
are cool.
going to the Colby Rock, and this is where we find a lot of animals standing up and watching for prey, like the lion.
This is the most I've seen on this tour.
They sleep almost
Good
all
time.
day. They are nocturnal, but there's one that's at the end of the rock and lake right now, so we'll get a little closer. A lioness.
Ooh, look at the lion.
And it's the females like that.
Up on the top.
Of the hunting. And then the males will
There
stay
she
back and
is.
watch over the cubs. And I see another one back there too. So a couple of females and then one male.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, big yawn. Oh.
And that's a pretty young male with a small mane. But when that mate's grown in, it'll be around 40 pounds, just the mane alone.
Okay. Oh, 3 of them.
And that's the whole group. So the group is called the Pride of Lions.
There's probably nothing to do, so they come out to watch them.
They are nocturnal, so we don't usually see them awake. They are cats.
Yeah, but they're watching the crowd.
And it's just the 3 of them back here.
I've never seen that many before.
That's more than this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A lot more to see because I think the summer's hot.
But let's go toward the warthog burrow. The warthogs do make burrows by using their tusks so they get the ground to hide and watch for predators. So sometimes they're hard to see. They might be in the burrow. But if you remember Pumbaa from The Lion King, Pumbaa means silly or foolish in Swahili. I don't think I see any. We'll check on the back row. There's also one of the no, that's ostrich way back on the right, and then the water bug again over there. The ostriches can't fly. They do have those
It's a
powerful
little
legs that
breezy.
kick predators away. Yeah, I don't see any of the warthogs. There's an ostrich down on the right, though, on the ground. Those eggs are super strong. They can hold the weight of a full-grown person standing up on them, and they won't break. They weigh 3 pounds each. They are the largest eggs in the world. We're going to go
On the
over
ground.
that little bridge and head up to Nagati Glen. Nagati Glen's where one of the wardens is keeping some Nigerian orcos. There's a few up on the top of the hill, some more around camp and under the porch. And they eat the grass and undergrowth.
Goats.
A lot of animals won't. So they do help to keep grass trimmed up. They also produce milk that can be used to create a bunch of other dairy products with like goat cheese. And those are full-grown adult Nigerian
Best job
goats.
ever over there in the shade, feeding the goats.
But we're gonna head on out of the reserve, back towards the village.
Nice.
You're able to see a lot of the animals though. We saw those rhinos, the lions, some of that elephant and giraffe. But if you want to see more animals, when you get up to the dock, head up to Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. They have animals that aren't on the reserve, like gorillas, different monkeys, meerkats, naked mole rats, different reptiles. They also have the grubby zebras, different species of zebra over there. And an underwater viewing area of the hippos. You can see them under the water and get a really good view of them. But we're going to go through some more water one last time. You can also take the Wildlife Express train out to Rafiki Selena Watch. They have some more Nigerian work goods there that you can get close to and pet. They also have the animation experience. We can learn to draw famous animals and a lot of other things too. But we're almost back to the dock, so if there are any of the wilderness explorers on board, you want to know
Alright,
our
see y'all
code word is
later.
Simba 1. So Simba like